Yeah, against this right back, Charlie. Definitely.
Yeah, the song's about me. To sing songs about me. I'm Mr. Deluded. Yes, me and whatnot. People deluded are back again. I hope everyone's doing well and safe. Let me cut the track. People, I can't lie, I'm extra happy. Today I was vexed, I was vexed. I was vexed about stuff that whatever's happening in the world, you shouldn't be vexed about, yeah. Woke up this morning, as I normally do. Obviously, I actually done the maths, man. I actually sit in this chair more than I obviously sleep in my bed, innit? But because of that, when I wake up in the morning, literally for the first 10 minutes, I got my laptop in my bed. I'm typing for you lot, whatever I'm doing, innit? 2-2s now. Gone on my phone, like everyone, looking at the news, looking at this, looking at that. Obviously, it said there's a storage problem. Long story short, this thing is not turning back on. I'm like, no, don't do this to me. I've got literally, it's bad, isn't it? But our lives are in our phones, innit? There's so much. For me, first thing I cared about is my family photos and all of those sort of things where I've got them everywhere. But everything, contact, everything was on this. Yeah, I was vexed this morning, people. Vexed. Like, literally, I don't know. You lot, Twitch gang, big up the Twitch gang. You lot must be good luck. When it's stuck on the iPhone logo thing, it's just been doing that for half an hour to an hour and whatnot. I don't know what beaky things one of you lot did, but literally as soon as I started this live stream and I was going to be in a bad mood, the first youth to troll was just going to get blocked and I was going to carry on a certain sort of way. But yeah, it started working. I'm so excited. I just realized you lot are probably not hearing me as crisp and as sexy as you could, people. Sorry, because I'm just excited. I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy. And obviously on that topic as well, oh shit, let's fix up all of this. On that topic as well, bare shit was just happening, like the charger weren't working. I'm one of them, yeah, like big things can't really break me, innit? Big things can't break me, innit? Like, man, rejection, I can react to them sort of things there, but I'm one of them people. Before we get into all this football stuff, let me plug this in as well. I'm one of them. You see, when small things happen, it pisses me off. Like it does me in, people. Like the big things don't really affect me. It's like, when your day's just going wrong and you might just hit your toe on the stairs or something drops. They're the things that break in it, like piss me off, make me just set it off in it. And I was vexed today. I wanted a warpath, man. I was gonna go argue with Amazon. I got Amazon delivery soon. I got to argue with Donny for no reason, just spoiling everybody's day. I need to control myself. But on a serious note, again, away from that, people deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. Without you lot, it would it would be pointless being here on YouTube and Twitch, man. It is what it is. Good thing I decided not to troll. Boy, now make your comments, man. It's cool, Abs. It's cool, it's cool, my guy AB, man. It's cool now. But as I was around the world, big up the Twitch gang. One love to you lot, people. Again, first things first, I'm done with moaning about bullshit, if I'm honest with you. I hope everyone's doing well and safe. I hope everyone's in good spirit. Most importantly, health. Hope everyone and their loved ones has continued or better health. Hope everyone's had a good week, a progressive week in terms of their goals, hopes, dreams, ambitions, and aspirations. I don't know what English this was, but big up Deluded for attempting. He must have been in his dyslexic bag, but big up him for commenting. I hope everyone's doing well and safe. For Carla, I'm getting tired of speaking about this Chelsea stuff, and I'm going to hear Matisse speak about it. Big up Matisse on Rance's thing. I'm going to hear him his heart bleed for Roman Abramovich and that, but we'll speak about that. Super League might be coming back. I know there's been talk on Sergio Ramos. Listen, we'll just go over the tabs. I don't think there's anything quite Arsenal related, man. So I don't think we're gonna go live at 11:30. I might do one in the afternoon. The only things I could find related to Arsenal, Torreira has spoken, Gab Jesus. Well, Ferdinand has said sign Gab Jesus. We've been linked with a couple Middlesbrough man. that's about it. You know, I don't feel right not doing an 11:30 live stream. So after this, we'll see if a thing can be done. But it's feeling meaty, man. It's feeling meaty. I don't want to force it really and truly. So we're here. Obviously, it's a jam-packed day of content for me. You know, again, spanners in the works. So I think after this, I'm gonna just go and type up my loan report. I'm gonna be on Curtis Shaw TV at 2:30, provided nothing goes wrong. The same is said for Rants at 1. Tomorrow I'm gonna have Jess. She knows Arsenal. That's gonna be at 4:30 p.m. I'm in talks, not today, but I'm in talks to get some trying to make next week a busy week for collabs. Like there's, you know, it's touch and go. We're in negotiations with certain people, man. Obviously, it is what it is. But yeah, man, obviously there's talk of Super League. Any opinions, talking points, etc., get them in. Let's get back in. Man said, I get you. I'll be asking why God when my bill speaks. Frankie, you get it? Them things there, it's like, why God? Why? Like them little things there just piss me off. It's like, what's going on here? Like, what's all this about? Like, even that, like, obviously, I've been through a lot with this MacBook Pro. Like sometimes it stops working, or like I don't know what it is. It's banged in it. It's been in the trenches. Sometimes when I turn it off, like the Wi-Fi, I don't know what you would call it, but whatever's inside to make it pick up wireless signals and that, sometimes it don't work. So literally, sometimes it's an Ethernet cable thing. So I'm be turning it on and off and stuff. Can't lie, I'm so happy to have my phone back, man. I'm saying, do you know how much? I'm sorry, broski. Do you know how much times I was dashing this and do you know how much times I fizzied this against the wall and all sorts? Quite all bareback and that. Let's slap my thing back, man. But fuck all the phone thing right now, man. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. You got to banter Matisse and say they need American owners like us. They need to suffer. Do you know what? There's nothing to really banter Matisse about, innit? Obviously, that man there lost the final. You know, I'll get my little Hudson Odoi jokes in and whatnot. But I don't know, man. They might turn more fucks. You know, there might be someone more on it than Roman Abramovich. You know, I hope it's not adapting. You know, I'm hoping my brother Mike Ashley, you know the thing, Sports Direct Arena, as I keep saying, he needs to cop them, innit? Like I'm hoping for that, as I'm sure everyone. I don't think Chelsea are gonna fall off. I still think there's gonna be the expectation, and that maybe it won't be as quite ruthless and whatnot. Like Chelsea never lie down. Like what I would say for just I might be gassing. There might not be no master back this, but for me, if Chelsea are at max 12 to 18 months at any point from collecting some sort of silverware or grabbing to the finals. I don't know if the owners are going to be on adapting. I don't know if they're going to do what Roman does, in terms of fundamentally just wanting to win and do the thing as well as everything else. Well, I'm not going to lie. Chelsea's an attractive proposition. It's a Premier League club, you know. It's in London. There's a whole lot of, you know, they got hotel around there and all sorts of things happening. So there's a whole bunch of reasons. If I had a little change, I say little change, you need about £2 or so billion to get Chelsea. I'd be interested. I hope it's someone rubbed, of course, but I don't think it will be, man. I think Abramovich is gonna take his time, really and truly. Gonna be interesting to see if they carry on the sacking thing. And that's what I mean, G1. Them things there, they might cool off a bit with it. Like, I still think there's going to be a degree of expectation and things, but I'm keen to see, are they going to get more of a, you know, are they going to rely on their academy a bit more? Is there going to be less of the ruthless thing? You know, is the expectations going to slightly go? What sort of direction? What does it mean for Thomas Tuchel, Marina, Czech, the whole structure of those at Chelsea? You know, I might be thinking too much. What does it mean for the women's team? You know, I don't know what's going on. What does it mean for the trustees? Because you saw the name of trustees, but they don't scream. You know, I've seen Emma Hayes, respectfully, she doesn't strike me as someone that's going to run a football club. She'll run a team. Do you get it? So it is what it is. The LA Dodgers, Donny's involved. We're going to get into all of that. Big up yourself, S, because you're always here. To be fair, if the LA Dodgers owners, they do put a lot into the Dodgers, and they would have the pull of Magic Johnson, even though that's not football, he's still Magic Johnson. Ooh, that's how man we move in England. England is so disrespectful. Ooh. As an Arsenal fan, I want you to put the word out there that we back up. Hey, come on. Let's calm it down, though. We have to get fourth confirmed in May, and then we can say we're back on stuff right now. Cause I don't want to be finishing on some fuckery in May and saying, oh, but you know, we was on quite a run in February and March, though. You know what a November that was. Crazy. Pretty boy thing, Love Island. Who's Hudson? Bro, I don't know them youths. I don't know who Hudson Odoi is, and bro, them and there could never be ballers. Them and there's age mates is Reece Nelson. They can't talk to Big Bakayo. We have to stay calm, man. And as much as I want Chelsea to, you know, fall off, shout me if you need a scout and that if you're moving in certain directions, then you need the youth connoisseur. Chelsea shout, man. Le Cobham thing if it's needed. Spurs shout, man. Arsenal shout, man. Someone just sign, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. We need the Buki sheiks like the ones who cop Malaga to cop Chelsea. I know, but we need. Remember when Monaco tried to do the Galactico thing? That's who we need. The failed Galactico thing. I can't lie. I hope they get a rubbed owner like the Glazers or something. But if it's not a that thing, then it's a myth. Do you know? It is what it is. I hope they get a Stan Kroenke as well, really. And I was seeing some silly Arsenal comments, man. What a sellout scouting for rivals, bro. Arsenal don't. What do you mean? I'll scout for anyone who pays me. What do you mean, bro? Like, you know, I support Arsenal. Arsenal don't support me. You're moving mad. But yeah, man, you made me this guy, Bob. You made me lose my trail of thought, my guy, man. You're a bad guy. You made me lose what I was gonna say before you said that, man. You're a bad guy. Eh? I lost my trail of thought. I was gonna make a very decent point that I felt. Nonetheless, it's gone anyways. But yeah, let's go over some of these headlines. Where should we start, man? Yeah, bro, you actually made me lose my trail of thought. You're wrong, for sure. You're a villain. Mad villain. Just for that, couple man have to hold a 3-minute ads. So one love for everybody supporting the thing. The ads help the channel and that. But yeah, trailer thought fucked. Gone. I'll catch it back. Give me a sec. Nah, it's gone. It's gone, man. Bro, it's gone, bro. It's gone. We'll never know now. I guess we'll never know. We'll never know what point I was gonna make, man. Bro, Scout boy, are you mad? Are you mad? I support Arsenal. They don't support, man, bro. Once you get past the tribal stuff, bro, man's here in North London, bro. You think I don't want to sign? I want to come out the ends, bro. What the fuck? You think I don't want to be the Black Michelin tat and something like that, bro? Anyone, bro, sign, man. It don't matter where, sign, man. You know, Cesc Fabregas wanted to bust at Barca. He went Arsenal. He was there on cheating against Barcelona. Eventually, he ran back. You know, eventually I'll circle back with Arsenal, but they're not trying to sign, man. You know, I support them. They don't support, man. You know, and I need to support the bank balance where I don't know if you lot check, you know, Twitch and them thing there at YouTube. Twitch is better than YouTube, but it's not lucrative like that, man. Really do this for the love for you lot. Where should we start though, man? Let's start with the Super League thing. Because we all said it that we knew that it wasn't gonna be the death of Super League. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not against it. I'm not for it. I'm not against it. You know, when I get past the whole, oh yeah, they're ruining our game. You know, Champions League. What do you mean? And I started to look at it. It's not that it makes sense. It makes sense if I'm real with you. Like, I'm not saying I'm for it. I'm advocating for it. It's like, it is what it is if it was to happen, innit? And I understand the foreign clubs because, again, bro, these bosses broke. Them and they are going to start making bullshit NFTs and cryptos and start shagging people. You know, Inter Milan, they were selling man yet last season. Juventus love to play and chop and change and have the bookie accountants and the money launderers. They need bread. You know, the Premier League has more bread. So this is where these men need to catch up, especially you two, you know, because Haaland and Mbappe is not going to be cheap and that. And obviously, eventually, Barca and Madrid will be back to what they used to be. Eventually, they're going to get stars, but I don't think you can say there's no stars in La Liga, but there's no stars in La Liga. So them and they need either P's or big players to come back to La Liga to drive up the interest. You know, we still all watch El Clasico and that, but man used to get horny for El Clasico. You know, everybody would stop what they're doing. It's not even that deep if you don't watch that again. It's pre the highlights. And until we get back to that, even in Inter Milan AC, we did a watch along for that. It was meaty. But this brother, K Shah, don't know who he is, but I was reading some of his thing. I don't know if he's wassing, but it sounds quite good. Let's see what he said. The Super League project is up and running again, and we have heard that. We spoke about it yesterday, and I'm definitely not against this project. I'll explain in depth as to why I feel that way. The main crux of it is the financial issues all top teams across Europe are facing, especially since the COVID-19 pandemic, and that's everything as well. So yeah, keep your opinions coming. What are you lot saying quickly? Food on the table over loyalty, my guy. 100%, bro. Salary first, conscience later. You mean, Doug? Having seen the optician this morning, I can confirm I'll be able to see this. Not bringing up your tick. I can't lie, man. You know, the way I'm seeing FIFA, the Paralympics, the way I'm seeing the movement and the progress around tearing up sponsors and that around Russia and things, wait. That's how I know when you know, right is right and wrong is wrong. And I'm not doing what about you, but boy, when it's racism and that, this is how I know these things can be done. Like I know these things can be done, and the speed of what it can happen as well. But anyway, scrolling all the way down, and obviously, as I said with Premier League clubs, you know, City don't really need bread, but everybody's lost some bread because of everyone's still feeling the knock-on effect somewhat of COVID. It doesn't matter how rich you are, you're feeling something. But apparently, the initial proposed format of the ESL, 20 teams, 15 permanent members, 5 members who could qualify, divided into 2 groups of 10. These would be the biggest teams in Europe, so Spurs can't be involved. Out of the initial proposed 12 teams, 10 of them were in the top 16 of the UEFA club coefficient. The format is important because people had an issue with the format more than anyone, which I did as well. I think football, like life, should reward winners and losers. You know, if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. You shouldn't get anything just for competing. And that definitely might necessarily deserving it and fighting for it and things. People did have an issue. These 12 were all in the 16 richest in the world, but still suffering financially. I agree that the format needs tweaking to maintain the whatever. However, let's not forget the UEFA, after the announcement of the ESL, also announced a tweak in the format of the Champions League, which would follow a similar trajectory of having permanent members based on UEFA club coefficients. So that's what I said. Once you get away from UEFA and all these people telling you it's bad, you got to look at the reasons. They're not saying Super League is bad for the reasons me and you aren't. Sky Sports, Gary Nev, all these guys just care about their jobs and their loot. They don't give a shit. There's a slice of the pie that they weren't getting involved in it, really. And this is the new Champions League format. I don't know when this is coming into place, but 36 teams, new spots for elite clubs that failed to qualify, 1 league instead of groups, best 8 to reach the knockouts, other teams to qualify for a new round of playoffs, every club guaranteed 10 games increase in revenue. And let's be honest, clubs want to win the Champions League. Fans want to win the Champions League. But a byproduct of all the riches in the game and things, man, just like being in this for the finances. You know, like you say, if you get 10 games minimum, the revenue, all that stuff, on top of just qualifying via the top 4 and things where the Prem's concerned, a lot of owners are just happy with that. You know, that is them in it. But it makes sense. Scrolling all the way down, the ESL claims that each of the teams would divide a sum of 3.5 billion euros. The winner would get 400 million euros. This would be possible by repacking the ESL as a blockbuster entertainment, and their official Tuesday El Nene and that. I hear it. What man are talking about? Fred Hodgson the day and that. I can't lie. I had to bring out some strays. Basically, at the current point, the Champions League winners get about 85 to 90 million, which is less than what championship promoted teams get. True. In addition, if you see the debt figures of European clubs and how difficult it has to again, these are slightly older figures and may have varied by this point, but you get the picture. And then obviously everyone's blocking it, like everyone's got debt in it. Some more, every business has a bit of debt. Debt isn't necessarily a bad thing. If you know, you know. But I don't want to get into all the other issues with UEFA, and obviously UEFA are corrupting themselves. Because honestly, I'd rather not. There's no control of FFP with teams like PSG. Obviously, my man at PSG is part of the UEFA committee, conflict of interest, which is not just him. Based on all of this, my opinion is that the ESL is just a better Champions League. The format has to be tweaked, but in the long run, it will benefit the sport. I agree. There has to be a meritocracy. I can't say that word, but yeah, more money pumped into football and everyone can compete. I think the top 4 system of being eligible to qualify absolutely shouldn't be changed. However, the league format with the best teams will help bring in revenue and maintain, again, that big word. And yeah, you will see big games, but yeah, it's more his personal opinions now and less the facts. So we'll move away from that. Super League will eventually happen in whichever format they like. Billionaires always have the last laugh. Them and they never hold the L. And it's true, broski. You know, even to us, I said it yesterday, and we said it yesterday. When it was initially announced, it seemed like it just come out of the blue, like they just decided it over the weekend. But as you know, these men are coordinated. They probably knew there would be opposition. Dare I say, maybe they tested the waters first and they saw the reaction from the fans. They weren't really with it, so they're going to repackage it. Imagine if fans said, yo, this is the thing, then they wouldn't have flipped it. They wouldn't have said, the integrity and all these things. It's crazy. I like the idea, man, and I like the qualifying. You know, I don't know. if this would mean the death of the Champions League, if there's an eligibility to compete in both. We all know that, you know, there was some threats being thrown and carrying on a certain sort of way and whatnot. So we'd have to see, or maybe you'd have two different teams to compete. I don't know. Maybe if everyone F's off to the Super League, UEFA's left with their Champions League. Maybe, you know, let's just say City, Liverpool, Chelsea, by God's grace, Arsenal all finish top four, but we're in the Super League. Would it be a thing where these lot avoided now, and then it's technically 4th to 8th would be the top four, and then man, they would do Champions League? I don't know. What if you're in both and you say, you know what, all right, we'd like to win both. We'll stretch the squad, but what if we say we just want to do this and we want to do that? I don't know. Abramovich punching the air, missing out on Super League. Nah, man, Putin's got them man there on some bigger bags, really. You know, them man there got bigger fish to fry. Football's the least of it. If EFL comes, RIP to the Champions League anthem, they should buy it off them. But then obviously there's copyright problems and the rest of that bullshit around it. Big up you lot for tuning in. So that's that, isn't it, people? Obviously, when we all thought Sergio Ramos was going PSG, I'm not going to say he was going to set the world alight, but we definitely thought he was going to do a lot more, and his contract might get torn up, really. You know, I'd see this online, so I just thought, let's just chat about it, innit? Leonardo, the director, sporting director at PSG, who actually might not be there next year, has admitted that his decision to sign Sergio Ramos this summer may have been a mistake. I can't lie. If I'm Ramos and I hear that, well, I feel some sort of way, you know. And I don't know, is it because when I see a man's injured, obviously it has to be down to Ramos because he's had little knocks. But is it proper rehab and them things they're going on? I don't know. You know, is the physio's the right one? He might as well just cat back to Madrid. United might as well buy him for no reason and give him 500 bags. Who is LA Rogers? Oh shit, I don't know why it says LA Rogers. You're right, man. Meant to say Dodgers. But it would be quite a name though, wouldn't it? You know, rather than be cheeky, you could have just tried help the guy, you know. But if that's how you get off this, I hear it, you know. Shout out to your baby mum. But anyways, back with Sergio Ramos. He said this, it might be a mistake. I can't lie, if I was Ramos, imagine hearing this. Boy, obviously he's a club legend at Madrid. That is irrelevant to PSG. To be fair, Perez did well only giving him a 1-year deal. Where's the actual comments that mean something? Leonardo said, when we signed him, he was physically fine. As of today, he's played 5 games. Unfortunately, what we have planned didn't happen. It's difficult for him and for everyone. The day we say he can no longer play, everyone will be clear, of course. But this isn't the case. Although not playing makes it difficult for him to be a leader, we're going to wait before drawing conclusions. The season is not over yet, but I am not afraid to take responsibility for mistakes when I make them. Trust me, shout out his baby mum, 100 times. But yeah, moving away from that, what else have we got? You lot could see me trying to fix my iPhone, where it's working now, but it is what it is. Don't know what that is. I can't lie, man. This will be the last until Chelsea announce a proper owner, a new owner. I don't really want to keep waffling about Chelsea, but I mean, Thomas Tuchel cannot comprehend Chelsea without Roman Abramovich. Steady on. You was only there for a second, bro. You're acting like you've been part of the furniture. You've been there for a sec. I hear it, though. I can only think about Chelsea with Roman Abramovich. It's very hard for me. It hasn't sunk in yet that this is going to stop. It's a massive change. Tuchel, you of all people know shit changes in life. You know, I know the owners left, and you, Marina, Czech, as well as the players must be thinking, where's the club going on? What direction? But football changes, you know, it happens, innit? It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to what's going on. Obviously, it will directly affect you, but your job right now, the season is still going on. There's talk around a new owner. I can't imagine anything. I don't think anything at Chelsea is going to dramatically change overnight. He's at Chelsea since 2003. And you know what? Without him, rightly or wrongly, you don't see I don't think you see all of these billionaire owners and the money in the Premier League. And actually, because of that, indirectly, the TV rights and it's being part of the biggest thing in the world, really and truly. And also, I don't think you see big money owners elsewhere, really and truly. In the same way, Arsene Wenger, Alex Ferguson, to really revolutionize this country's game and whatnot. But you can't not give Roman Abramovich his flowers. Whatever you've got to say about the man, specifically to football, whatever you want to say about the man geopolitically and things, I'm not into that right now. We're looking at football, innit? He's done a lot. we have heard a lot of people, and it's here somewhere. I think let's just skip this over here. A hell of people are being linked with this, with buying this club and things like that. But listen, the Spotify owner, I don't know if he's gonna buy that, man. I'm surprised. Who's that Donny, the Nigerian Donny that was always linked with Arsenal? I'm surprised he's not come out and capped and said, "Oh, hey, I'm gonna buy them." But as we know, a Swiss billionaire and to be two of the parties joining forces and preparing a bid for the Blues. Now, obviously, if it's a consortium, that would worry me as a Chelsea fan. It wouldn't worry me because as long as everybody's on the same page, it works. But as you know, too many chefs spoil the meal, really. What is your intentions for buying the football club? Are you trying to do what Roman did, or have you just seen a slice of the pie? The fact that Chelsea have won the Champions League, they're one of the biggest, unfortunately, in the league. The London aspect, the hotels and what, because you got to remember, essentially buying Chelsea is buying real estate. You've got, and that goes for any club. You're essentially buying real estate. You're buying real estate. You're buying into the economy. And everything else. So what are the reasons? So if there's a consortium, what do you want to do? Mike Ashley, get involved in that consortium, please. So that was what would concern me necessarily before you talk about the direction Chelsea want to go in, because they've still got a fantastic academy, need to rebuild some of the squad, but still got a good squad. There's things they can build on. Who knows? Lukaku might get an opportunity. Borja should get an opportunity in the squad. Anyways, I don't know. Are they going to be in a position where they're going to, spend 90 million on Lukaku, 90 million on Havertz and the rest of it? Or are they going to be a bit more prudent? Are they going to do the Lacobham thing a bit more? Is the expectations going to rise or slightly go? Because, with Roman Abramovich, as I said earlier, I don't have any maths, but it just feels like Chelsea are never 12 months or 18, max 12 to 18 months away from a next trophy, really and truly. They don't lie down for so long. That comes from the hunger of the owner. I don't necessarily know if that same hunger is going to be with this Swiss brother or American Don or whoever. It's not a country thing. Whoever is involved, people, really, really and truly. Abramovich could come under UK government sanctions, given his obviously closeness to the Russian state. Him and Osmanov, they must be saying Putin lied, bro. They are fucking up the bag. But anyways, people, Chelsea had a mad game against Luton as they obviously walked away winning 3-2. Shout out to Luton because they made it very difficult. They scored early on. I think Peterborough and Luton against City and Chelsea respectively really made it difficult. I think Liverpool also beat Norwich, Minamino doing his thing, but before there was a late goal. And pardon me, off topic, people. We obviously watched the FA Cup yesterday between Southampton and West Ham, where that was a fantastic goal by Southampton's fullback Perud, flipping hell, fullback Union. How West Ham lost that, off topic, I don't know, because I do know because they were poor defensively. They switched off. Borja was immaculate in his 45 minutes, in my opinion. He won a penalty. Dawson, it looked like a courageous tackle. Replay shown it was Kalas. Borja, penalty scored as well. The man's a bully, innit? Like, for me, I like the fact that Borja's strong, but he don't rely on the strength thing. Like, if you try weights him, he'll move to you, but he tries to play ball. And I genuinely think there's a lot of hype. He needs to keep going on. He needs to show that he can score goals. But I think him and Conor Gallagher have deserved the right, at least from August, I would say, till January next year, to show Thomas Tuchel or whoever or whatever that they can be a part of the team, really and truly. I think Borja could bag a space in the squad. Slightly with Lukaku's form, I think if he was there, I don't know if he would have got your chance, but you could have done a thing. I like him a lot. I can see why Arsenal are linked with him. I don't know if he's cut out to be the main striker of a team like Chelsea that are trying to do what they're doing right now, because you need to prove you can score goals. And where Arsenal are at, I would take him, but I would like a striker that I could kind of have assurances is going to bag. But yeah, man, West Ham should have put the game to bed in the first 10, 20 minutes. They were counter-attacking on a mad thing, Bowen missing a whole heap of chances, but that was just the FA Cup on a quick thing. Thomas Tuchel said, it's a bit too early because it's big news. It's a bit too early to speak because I can only think about Chelsea with Roman Abramovich. So it's very careful. They had a little bit of a future after that, before he came in. So it's very hard for me. It hasn't sunk in yet that this is going to stop. It's a massive change, of course. To be fair, staying there for a minute, he won Champions League. I would say the structure of Chelsea was better for him than the structure of PSG because, there's obviously a lot of people with opinions, but it's Roman Abramovich at PSG. You've got the owner, you got mad sporting directors. So I could understand how he's built a relationship with Donny, but for the players and for the manager. But you know, things change in football. Nothing really lasts. Fair enough. It's not every day you see owners left. It's definitely under these circumstances, but these things happen. You just have to adapt and get on with it, you know. And I'm keen to see how this affects everything. We did not talk about it. We did not talk about it. We accepted it. The players have internet connections. They watch TV. So, of course, they knew they get messages, but still we focused on preparations only on sport. I mean, you would have been briefed at some point. And maybe some players are more affected, some less. But in the end, we managed to focus, go into this game and find the key to win it. I hear it, but when I hear that this could affect you, but on the other hand, how does this affect the players? I get it. Geopolitically, all right, cool. I understand it. But this shouldn't affect you, really. It's nothing to do with your players, you know. There's unless you know football's. If this was any walk of life where someone else was gonna buy a company and man and women are scared about their jobs, are they gonna pay for their youths and things? I would get it, but all that's gonna change is the owner. Yeah, there's knock-on effects for the club, I guess, but it shouldn't really. It's business as usual. If I'm honest with you. I don't think I need to talk about it. I don't know as much as maybe you think. I'm not a CEO or a member of the board, so I'm very sure the club will speak to us and the players. And it's true, you know, Tuchel obviously knows, the players obviously know. But in the grand scheme of things, they are employees, they're low level. There's things going on at the top and then slightly filter below with the checks and the marinas and that. And in due course, and them other dons there, and in due course, it will filter through. But these men know in it. I'm not worried. I'm not so much worried because I still feel privileged and in a good place. I still hope and trust for the best. I'm not so sure the person who worries me about things. I'm not so much the person who worries about things I cannot influence. That's a wise piece of advice. It's big news. It will be a big change, but I'm also never afraid of change and will focus on what I can influence and this staff and team at Cobham. Obviously, Roman Abramovich has said he's not requiring loans to be repaid back from Chelsea, you know, so they're looking, Kroenke would never. So that kind of keeps this club in a bit of a healthy one. He's donating the proceeds of the club's sale to victims in Ukraine. And yeah, he posted a short but emotive letter. And we spoke about it yesterday. But for those that weren't involved yesterday, just to go over it again, as I have stated before, I have always taken decisions with the club's best interests at heart. In this current situation, I have therefore taken the decision to sell the club, as I believe this is in the best interest of the club, the fans, the employees, as well as the club sponsors and partners. As you're seeing, they're clamping down like a mofo on anything Russian linked. Please know that this has been an incredible, difficult decision to make, and it pains me to part with the club in this manner. However, I do believe this is in the best interest of the club. I hope that I'll be able to visit Stamford Bridge one last time to say goodbye to you in person. It has been a privilege of a lifetime to be part of Chelsea FC. I am proud of all our joint achievements. Chelsea Football Club and its supporters will always be in my heart. And that's once saw Roman Abramovich, you know, people. You know, and I used to work at Chelsea. I want to see him in his booth. Crazy. You know, I see so much rich dons. I see him. I don't even know who it was, but there was one. You know, when I don't even know, man. One Asian guy. I just in the next room. You know, when you just smelt like money. Like I don't know who you are, but I just know you're money, man. He had long hair. His booth looked a bit different. I don't know who you are. I don't know how you got that with Chelsea, if you're actually related to Chelsea, but it was brazy, people. Like, that's just one thing that snacks out. And because I went into that, like, obviously, like, I used to work on a match day. There was a can of Coke, like a bottle of Coke in the fridge. I popped it and someone walked in, like, it's all fizzing in my mouth. I'm all having to keep my mouth shut. But, yeah, man, that was a cut up statement, man. That weren't really the statement that I was trying to find for you lot. But, yeah, he kind of said it. He kind of said it here, people. I'd like to address the I would like to address the speculation in the media over the past few days in relation to my ownership of Chelsea FC. As I've stated before, I've always taken decisions with the club's best interest at heart. In the current situation, I have therefore taken the decision to sell the club, as I believe this is in the best interest of the club, the fans, the employees, as well as the club sponsors and partners. The sale of the club will not be fast track, but will follow due process. So again, for Tuchel showing the players and fans, you know, you just have to wait for things to take its natural course. It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. Well, it could be, because we hear Friday's a deadline. I'll not be asking for any loans to be repaid. This has never been about business nor money for me. I mean, come on now, it slightly has, but overriding, it's been the passion for the game and the club. Moreover, he's instructed his team to set up a charitable foundation where all the net proceeds from the sale will be donated. The foundation will be for the benefit of victims of war in Ukraine. This includes providing critical funds towards the urgent and immediate needs of the victims, as well as supporting the long-term work of recovery. Please know that this has been an incredibly difficult decision to make, and it pains me to part with the club in this manner. However, I do believe this is in the best interest of the club. I hope that I'll be able to visit Stamford Bridge one last time to say goodbye to you all in person. It has been a privilege of a lifetime to be part of Chelsea FC. I am proud of all our joint achievements. Chelsea Football Club and its supporters, you'll forever be in my heart. Thank you, Roman. Hopefully Stamford Bridge is burning down, burning down, burning down. Hopefully it's adapting. Obviously, the LA Dodgers part owner, Bohi, joins the Swiss consortium to buy Chelsea as Abramovich sets Friday deadline. So that's tomorrow, where things are moving quite quickly. The Blues owner is looking to quickly sell the Premier League club as the threat of sanctions looms, people. This Don is allegedly behind a consortium with another Swiss billionaire, with the pair having worked together in business in the past. The sale of Chelsea is being run by Rain Group, a New York-based merchant bank, on behalf of Abramovich, who is keen to sell his UK-based assets before any sanctions following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So it makes sense, really and truly, why he's trying to get rid of stuff. Abramovich is seeking $2.5 billion dollars and $4 billion. But people with an understanding of the situation believe the valuation will fall rapidly with each passing day. It could lead to a bargain purchase for a sports team that has won 21 titles in 19 years, and obviously, sadly, holds the Champions League in the World Club Cup Championship. There is thought to be competition for the US-Swiss bid, which is Abramovich's only avenue to try and drive up the price of the sale by encouraging a bidding war. Those interested parties have yet to be revealed, but leaks could occur ahead of Friday's deadline. So is that tomorrow? I don't know, but yeah, that's that. All of this, people, in a second. What's all the Ten Hag and that? All these things in a second, people. But yeah, I'm airing you. Look, Roman about to buy Zenit and have them competing. They're on banned from international football. But sounds like washing his hands of the evidence for me. Done good things for Chelsea. Hopefully some American don who doesn't care buys them. I'd love Kroenkes or the Glazers to buy Chelsea. To be fair, in Chelsea's current structure, I think the Kroenkes would make them thrive, to be fair, with what they have as well, really. So I think it has to be a Glazer thing. If that party that ends up getting ownership of Chelsea is American, but with any sports ownership elsewhere, then I would more so feel like the standard is in jeopardy, low key. West Ham are trying to buy Darwin Núñez. Arsenal should make competition for him. Barcelona are closing in on Kessie and Christensen. Big up them for that one. Wouldn't be surprised if Roman sold it to the UK government and it all turned out to be a conspiracy. Nothing would surprise me in this world, really and truly. Jogba consort African. Why not Jogba and all them and their consortium? Why not, man? Why not? Man? We might see an IC3 manager in the league. Why not? They might actually have a chance of winning something as well. Why not? I'm all for that, people. I don't know. I can't lie. Big up Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but I ain't not trying to read that shit. I don't know why that's there. Apparently, Roy Keane has got onto Spurs, which again, what can he say, people? He said, Spursy, how many times do we have to say it? Whatever is in the club's DNA, the players, there's a weakness there. It's really pathetic, but I wasn't surprised. Going up to Middlesbrough midweek, probably a bit cold. No surprises there. Short and sweet, and ultimately the truth. Obviously, people, I found this quite interesting from Payet. Payet has said, if he's not good, it's because he's fat. Payet has revealed he lost 1.5 kg as he responds to overweight claims. And obviously, I watched Marseille for Saliba. I see, for Saliba purposes, sometimes it's a joy to watch Payet. My man said, DG, you worked for Chelsea and couldn't do a sabotage job even once, not even a dodgy lasagna. To be fair, I'm on the ground level, man. I couldn't even get there, man. I couldn't get there, man. I was just a humble worker, man. If I could, I'm not really with fucking with people's food, but why not, man? Payet said, I don't know how to take it. Currently, I'm 1.5 kg less than the times we're talking about. It's often been the lightning rod to say, if he's not good, it's because he's fat. Obviously, it didn't affect me more than that. When it's not going right in your head, usually the legs don't follow. I think it was more of that than the real weight problem. True. It's true, you know. I've never thought you're fat, if I'm honest with you. It is what it is. I don't know if you lot have seen the beef, but obviously Ukrainian and Russian ballers are getting into it. This Russian captain, I cannot say his name, Duzhuba, has responded to Makalenko, calling him a itch, you know, and he appears to have a dig at the Ukraine stars who sit in their mansions. He replied, you know, because obviously there was a passionate rant and whatnot. You know, the Russian captain has responded to, you know, this Ukrainian Donny, calling him an itch against him and his teammates, declaring he's against war, but added that critics who sit on their asses in mansions in England and say nasty things can't offend us. So it's getting messy. Me personally, man, I'm staying out of this thing, you know. You know, Mikolenko has allegedly said, people, whilst you remain silent, bitch, along with your shithead football teammates, peaceful civilians are being killed in Ukraine. Peaceful civilians have been killed all over the world. And, you know, it'd be nice if everyone showed the same energy. You'll be locked in your dungeon for the rest of your life. And most importantly, the lives of your kids. I'm glad. He's hit back and said to some colleagues who sit on their asses in mansions in England and say nasty things, it cannot offend us. We understand everything. He went on to say, what else did he say? Well, obviously, man can't speak Russian. Until recently, I did not want to speak on the topic of events in Ukraine. I didn't want to, not because I'm afraid, because I'm not an expert in politics. You don't have to be an expert in politics to know what's right and what's wrong. But I'm going to sip my tea, which is probably cold. Lord God. But like everyone, I have my opinion. Since I am being drawn to this topic from all sides, I'll express it. I am against any war. War is a frightening thing, but I'm also against human aggression and hatred, which is gaining some sort of devastating scale every day. I'm not afraid that I am Russian. I'm proud to be Russian. I don't understand why athletes have to suffer now. I am against double standards. Why is it that one can do everything and they hang all dogs on us? Why has everyone shouted about sports staying outside of politics? But at first opportunity, when it comes to Russia, this principle is completely forgotten. To be fair with you, he has got a point, just based on what he said there. I think, you know, even when it's come to expressing, you know, feelings for both sides, they tell man focus on football, but boy, you know, and I must admit one thing that, you know, if you understand what I'm speaking about, you'll get it. But I would say with what happened with Zuma and the cat and what's happened with just the way what's happening around now, I would like this energy to be shown and displayed and expressed when it's war in other lands, people, and for other citizens, because, you know, it's crazy, man. You know, war is scary, but it's only when I'm seeing this now, it's like people are generally humanizing these individuals, which they are human. I just wish the same luxury was shown to many people fleeing Africa and the Middle East and, you know, other regions in Eastern Europe at a time, actually. But anyways, moving on. Why is it that one can? Well, sorry, we've already said that. I repeat, war is scary. In stressful situations, people show their true essence, sometimes negative. How much anger, dirt, and bile has now been poured on all Russian people, regardless of their position and profession. Those thousands of people who write insults and threats get in line. The war will end, but human relations will remain, and it will be impossible to rewind back. Keep this in mind. Peace and goodness to everybody. Boy, it is what it is, people. You know, it is what it is. RIP these two Ukrainian players, man. That's the thing that kills me with war, because it's just the young G's dying, man. It's the young G's fighting this for older heads. Obviously, an indirect result of this has meant that former Norwich boss Thomas Franke has quit his job in Russia without actually taking charge of a match after his family told him to come back home, which, again, safety first, really and truly. I can't blame him. And I'm not going to read it, but do you lot remember Fulsheka? You know, he was talking about how he, you know, it took him a couple of days to get out of Ukraine. He was driving and all these sort of things. The German only joined the Russian club in January, but has terminated his contract amid military conflict in Ukraine, people. So it is what it is there, man. Pardon me, him and his assistants have kept it moving as well. Balotelli, away from that, you know, I actually feel Balotelli could have won Ballon d'Or or fought for that, because I used to say it years ago. I think if he really wanted it, he could have been a really, really good striker. Didn't want it enough, innit? But he has said, you know, he's spoken about himself, innit? He has said, playing in Turkey, let's see exactly what Balotelli said. He insists he isn't jealous of Messi or Ronaldo's skill set, who have 12 Ballon d'Ors between them. I missed some chances to be at that level, but I am 100% sure that my quality is the same level as these people. But I missed some chances, you know, it happens. And nowadays, I cannot say I'm as good as Ronaldo, because Ronaldo won how many golden balls. Sorry, 5. You cannot compare yourself to Messi and Ronaldo. Nobody can. But if we're talking about only quality, football quality, I have nothing to be jealous of, to be honest. Well, I think natural talent, you're definitely not near Messi. But yeah, man, I think that was my biggest mistake to leave City. Even in the year when I left, I played very well in Milan for a year and a half. But after that, I had some problems. And now that I'm older, he's still only 31, you know. Balotelli been around forever. I know that I shouldn't have left City at that time. All these years, seeing City improving, I could have been like Aguero for a long time. If I had my mindset now, when I was at Man City, probably one golden ball, keep saying golden boot, Ballon d'Or, I could have won. I'm sure about this. But you know, when you grow up, you mature more. And he went on to say, people, I think, yes, that was more emotional than the Champions League with Inter. The Champions League is amazing. Obviously, it's the Champions League. And if you win the Champions League, it's the best title you can win with your club. But the way we won it with City and everything, that was emotional, too emotional. Even for me, I was emotional that day. Unbelievable. Away from that, Ten Hag, who we know you and Pochettino are going to be the guys to one of the, well, not everyone can manage, but someone's going to have to. He's learning English, apparently. Lessons ahead of talks about taking over at Old Trafford. And to be fair with you, as much as it's about Old Trafford, the more languages you can learn, the more you can communicate. Like one thing I think helped Wenger and helped a lot of people, when you can communicate in someone's language, you can transpire how you feel emotionally. People feel welcome, and I just feel in general, I think people underrate. When you live in another country like Holland, and I would say more so third world nations and things like that, they're a bit having to learn English just as a life skill to be an economic migrant, which is essentially what I know. He works in football and he's a manager. He's an economic migrant. That's what he is. So I think people sleep on that. And I think Mandarin is going to be up there. But I can't lie. I'd rather Ten Hag, if I was a United fan, than Pochettino. I'll be happy with either. It's just, you can't help but like the football he's doing, innit? How does this guy not speak English if he's from the Netherlands? Boy, you'd have to take that up with them, man. I don't know. This is what it says, people. He looks like he's going to leave Ajax. We all know this, innit, people? It is, people. He's told Ajax he intends to leave at the end of the season. The 52-year-old, probably the worst kept secret. He's taking English lessons as he gears up for talks with Manchester United. He's studying English in a bid to ensure he has a fluent grasp of the language ahead of potentially moving there. Ajax allegedly are understood to be aware of the man's intentions following internal talks, people. The Dutchman is said to have his heart set on a move to Man United at the end of the season, but the fact he's committed to fluently learning English will leave him in good stead. He would bring in, Michel van der Haag with him to England, and is among the top contenders to obviously take over the Manchester United job. On my life, man, I was getting excited. I thought Nuno Espirito Santo was being thrown into the Manchester United ring, but it's not adapting. They've actually been linked with Carlo Ancelotti. There's rumors that he will leave Real Madrid, that he will retire. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, that's that. And I think this just echoes that. So yeah, man, I think that's that. Really, we'll get into the transfer news in a second, people. Let's make sure we've got them timestamps. That'll be about 54. Sorry, people, I'm talking about minute 54 because we started 10 minutes before, just so. So yeah, that's that. Transfer news. Banging that. Obviously, people, I'm back again. I don't know, there's nothing to talk about relating to Arsenal. I'm definitely going to be on Rance's show, Curtis Shaw TV at 2:30 as well. I definitely want to do a stream. What the fuck is there to talk about? Forcing it. So I'll probably not have to just chill off, man. Unfortunately, probably just have to chill off. I was going to do a Q&A. I don't think you're getting Carlo, but I'm just saying it's been linked, isn't it? Like, it's just been linked with the job. Carlo, as great as he is, that will just tell me United haven't made a definitive decision and it's just another stopgap thing. But looking at transfer news, Spurs are looking to land Tino Livramento and are ready to pay mega money for him, people. Real Madrid are prepared to wait on Florian Wirtz, who's doing quite well at Leverkusen, but I can't imagine they're going to sign Kylian Mbappe, Haaland, and everyone else and then get him. Joe Gomez is expected to push for a move away from Liverpool. Again, he's barely played. He's been linked with Aston Villa. Oh, go or give over, mate. Apparently, Roma will come back in for Xhaka again. Getting bored of it. Mbappe's been offered mega money to stay. Real Madrid allegedly are eyeing Poro. Wasn't he at Manchester City? He's a decent fullback. They're eyeing Poro, Aarons, and the lot. They're not going to sign all, but that tells you they're looking at a right back. Did they not say the lad they loaned to Fiorentina or wherever, Aridola or whatever, Oriola or whatever his name is? Apparently they said he's coming back. Manchester United consider Ancelotti potentially. Wasn't you at Chelsea? I'm sure you used to play for Chelsea, but yeah, Bristol City might be able to make a quick profit because Celtic and West Ham are looking at one of their players. Weigl's been offered to AC Milan and Roma. Barcelona are close to extensions on Gavi and Araujo. So that's them, man, there. But he's at City Albuquerque. So yeah, man, he's decent still. I can't lie. I don't know if he'll ever get a chance there, but it is what it is. Looking on BBC.com, James Rodriguez wants to return to Everton. As we already know, Mbappe's to be offered a mad contract. Apparently, the latest rumor is £799,000 a week to remain. Boy, Bayern Munich, Tottenham, and Arsenal are all interested in Spence. And they're all looking at Wilfried Singer as a replacement. Barca are closing in on Christensen. Brian Gill says he struggled with the physicality of the Prem. I mean, I defo should have a role in football. I told you, before he signed, he's going to struggle physically. Like he can ball, but he's not. You got to be on the scrappers in this country. Apparently, Conor McGregor has indicated he's interested in buying Chelsea after Roman. I don't know if the money's that big, man. That's big boy peas, man. But yeah, it's a dead day where transfers are concerned, man. Boy, that's what they said. Jacques' agent's taking lessons from Riola. Oh, bro, I'm bored of these things, man. If you're gonna buy, man, innit? Like, simple as that. Xhaka to Roma again. It's boring, man. It's boring. Spurs versus Arsenal for Spence. Like, it's boring. Like, how much time are you gonna link us with the same dons? Like, saying this, bro, 799,000 a week. I'm mad. I'm definitely signing that. Madrid, all on, man. A couple years, I'll be 25. I'll still be able to be the linchpin. You'll still get many years out of me. Crazy. Bro, what kind of money is that being thrown at Mbappe? It's true, but boy, they want to keep Mbappe, and I kind of get it because they've got the this November, basically. I keep thinking we're in 2021. It's the World Cup in Qatar, like. Messi, I don't know if, football's mad. Messi could leave PSG. I don't know, but you'd have Messi, you'd have Neymar, you'd have Mbappe, the poster boys of their nations, really. You'd have Mbappe as the golden boy. I could understand it. And on top of that, Mbappe makes them stronger, really and truly. Neymar's getting on. Messi not going to be here forever, and you're not going to keep Mbappe forever, but he's the youngest one. I understand Mbappe if he stayed or gold because Real Madrid want you to be the star, really. Manchester City are sweating on the fitness of Big IG. One first thing before I continue. One love for that because I appreciate that. Let's be real. Mbappe is performing better than Messi and Neymar. Tell him again, G1. Every now and again, I think ball, and then I remember you support Man United, but you're a good one. You're a good one. You're not one of them. I don't know why your comments not coming back, but Man City are sweating on the fitness of Ruben Dias ahead of Sunday's Manchester derby. The defender is undergoing tests on a leg injury sustained versus Peterborough. Man City are waiting results before they are certain the severity of the problem. Boy, is what it is. Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe could probably buy Chelsea. Think we'll ever see a player-owned club? Maybe, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know, man. I don't know if they're ever on this, really. DG Roma must be the United of Italy. The antics. Mourinho, touchline ban, watching the game on the couch on the iPad. I like him, man. Sly shots, man, taking the direct ones, man. But it's all love, man. That's my guy. I don't agree with his life decisions. Man, I'm supporting teams called the Red Devils and that. But fair play. He even told me he was a former North London lad as well. The man there, there's a lot to like about him, mate. DG, keep up the great content, my friend. You lot are too nice, man. Make a guy want to cry, man. Who's cutting them onions? I appreciate that. I was thinking the same. I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought that. I mean, Again, maybe it's as an ignorant UK resident. I thought everyone in Holland speaks English and that, but I don't know. You know, maybe there's never been a need for him not to speak Dutch or whatever. I don't know how the thing set around them sides there. Dutch people are among the best English speakers in the world. He's like the only Dutchman who can't speak English. Maybe he's just capping. Maybe he speaks English. He's just trying to do the thing where it's looking like, oh, man, showing the desire to learn it and that. Come on, man. You know how some of these managers are booky with these interviews, man. Look at Una Emery and that. He's bugged. United by choice, the man there, you know. Boy, I hear that, man. I hear that. I got a Man United season ticket as well. You would not believe me, man. Don't ask me why I pay for this. I'm so childish, man. Lucky I never became a Spurs fan. Myth. Bro, I told you, I speak with my brethren about Spurs because he's a Spurs fan all the time. But man's telling me when they grow up, he's used to them finishing 13th and that. Beaky. I don't know about that. I'm a spoiled Arsenal fan. I jumped on this Arsenal thing at the right time. Like when I'm speaking to Graham and big up Graham, I need to get him back on my channel and Lee Judges and them, man. They've seen some good times in the trenches and whatnot. Bro, this is the first humbling times I've seen Arsenal. You know, I was spoiled under Wenger. Very spoiled, especially being born in 95. Like I said, there was a time he was called a glory hunter for being an Arsenal fan. Could you imagine? What's that? The year they won the Mickey Mouse thing. El Clasico, North London Derby, Manchester Derby, City pull all this month. March, the month of serious games. I hear that. When's El Clasico, though? But we all support the El Clasico thing. Let's be real. It's rubbed now, though. We got to be real. It's rubbed. It's very rubbed. Best you can hope for is a 2-2 Benzema, Vinicius thing going on. It's rubbed now, man. Like, it's rubbed. There's not even a little Luis Suarez to do some dramas. It's rubbed. We still support it, but we've got to be honest, man. It's shit. Like, it's shit. We're gassing up Casemiro tackles. Why did you get a Manchester United season ticket? I'm assuming you live in London and you support Arsenal. The jokes just died, man. Anywho, I'm trying to find when this game is, man. Obviously, Sunday you've got Arsenal, Watford, and then the City derby. Well, Manchester derby, better yet. Well, technically a City derby. When is this El Clasico thing? Obviously, you got Champions League and Europa League next week. Is it for next Friday? Getting excited. Why would it be on Friday? Use your brain, DG. What's going on? Pardon me. Saturday the 12th of March. What's here? What do you mean? Nothing going on there. I don't know when that would be. How far is it gonna let me look ahead? Sunday, Arsenal, Leicester, 13th. You sure about this, bro? Sure, big bro. I don't know, bro. North London derby, bro, man. You know the ones there, like you know the ones there, man. Just have to just continue with the show in it. Unfortunately, man. Swear down Wenger spoiled, man. Started supporting Arsenal in 1998 after seeing Anelka, and I'm used to being in the trap. Bro, we were spoiled, man. North London derby this month. Did it get scheduled when? I don't know, but I just know there's one section where it gets peaked for Arsenal where we got like 3 games in the space of 9 days. The 20th of March, which is a Sunday, is El Clasico. Hopefully there's Arsenal fixtures. Hopefully there's nothing mad going on there because I would love to do a watch along for that. Let's actually see. I mean, I can't see where a date's been put for this Arsenal Spurs thing. It's not in the calendar on Google. All right. 30th. Are you sure 30th is a Sunday, bro? 30th can't be a Sunday because Arsenal kicking off at 3 p.m. against West Ham. Is that Saturday? I might be guessing. DG, when you setting up donations, what do you mean? You can donate on this Twitch page. What sort of donations? Appreciate anyone that wants to support the channel, man. Appreciate that. Don't lie, I saw the United season ticket too. Fair play. 10th of April. Let me type in North London, though. Do you know what? I think Omar is right. You know, I remember seeing something about that. but I can't see it. I wish I was born when Arsenal had the invincible squad. Bro, certain Arsenal fans have never seen us do serious business. Certain United fans have never seen them win the league. It's crazy. Certain Spurs, well, no, that's nothing groundbreaking. Them and they are used to disappointment. We don't do games in hand type. That's you, man. You know, what did you lot get from it? Talk to me when Ronaldo's got a better record than 1 in 10. I don't know them youths. Talk to me when you're not gassing up Jadon Sancho, turning it on against Leeds. Then again, you know, Lukaku scoring against Luton, Sancho having a good game against Leeds. It's always nice to see players playing against teams of their level and looking at home. You see what you're starting? There's no donation button. That's harsh, man. What? I swear it's a cheering thing. But you know what? Let me write that down. Donation button. I swear bits and cheering is that, but fair play. We'll look into that. I don't know how you set that up, but why not, man? Sitting fourth. Make sure you don't lose that. But you said United are not favourites. Points on the board. What way did G1 pick? You can't have both ways, mate. See what you're turning this into? Oh, mate. Bro, this I know United fans are getting younger and younger, because Ferguson would never tell you in March to be waffling about the league table. Yeah, you have to cheer. Don't forget to subscribe with Amazon Prime for free to support the guy. Come on, it doesn't cost a penny. Well, technically pay for Amazon Prime, but it doesn't cost an additional penny to do up that one. And one love to BDK Smurf for following, man. Appreciate that. No, we ain't favourites, but we're getting fourth. You can't look at this guy, man. Don't speak too soon. Bro, Watford are a good team. I told you lot to be easy. Just like I told you lot, Burnley away isn't for everyone. Watford took 4 points off you, I lie. DG, we have a new coach in the Somalia national team. We're finally rising. Who? You got to set up your own donation system. I will do that. Donations. Well, I ain't going to get no donations, man. My thing is dry, bro. I couldn't tell you the last week. Well, in fact, hey, shout out to me. I got a little £2 super chat the other day on YouTube. I ain't seen that for a time. Big up to everyone supporting the thing, man. North London derby time is yet to be decided. Just checking that. I hear that. Don't look like there's anything of note relation to Arsenal. Talk about missing out on this guy and that guy and the third, but it looks meaty, really. Looks meaty, mate. It looks meaty. Should we look at a couple other bits and pieces? There isn't no other bits and pieces, man. Yeah, I hear that. Trust me, man. You know, get your 6 points, bro. But anyways, let's look at some other stuff. I don't know. We might as well, because I don't think we're going to get into this. Just before we carry on waffling, though. Transfer news. Don't tell me you're getting like Spurs fans. We done the double over Arsenal. That's United's trophy cabinet. See what I mean about Spurs, Chester United? You think I'm letting the beef die? You thought you was winning? Fuck out of here. But anyways, carrying on with this. I mean, I would take Gab Jesus, but I don't think he's leaving City for us. He's contracted until 2023. I mean, he knows Arteta. He'd be a main player. He's 24. He ties into what we're doing and all of these BSs, man. Nah, bro, there's more incentive to donate than sub. Aye, whatever you lot want to do, man. You know, I'm just happy that you're here, commenting, supporting the thing, man. Whatever you lot want to do, you know me, I'm a man of the people. I'll try my best to give you lot options, innit? You know. But I don't want you lot to move like Jadon Sancho or Hudson-Odoi when it comes to the options. Like, oh, do I pass it? Do I dribble? Because you end up losing the ball, innit? But anyways, Rio Ferdinand has urged Mikel Arteta to sign Manchester City striker Gab Jesus to replace Aubameyang. I just want to see specifically what my man said. He's never fully established himself as a first teamer like that at City. He's a squad player. He's started 15 of City's 40 games this season. And on a regular basis, you know, they'll do a false nine rather than play him. I wouldn't leave City for us. I'd keep staying where I am. And, you know, as a Brazilian, if I was him, we're getting linked with Inter Milan. Get me, might as well do up that one, man. Of course, I saw what he said. I think he done Southampton a bit dirty, you know. He done Southampton a bit dirty when he name dropped us and everybody else in terms of teams who don't sit back. But I've said it before, I don't really agree with Pep and with Klopp and all of that stuff. And even when Wenger used to do it, what do you expect teams to do, bro? Like, do you expect? Obviously, Southampton, Leeds, all these teams have given City a game and stuff. Have they necessarily beat them? I think in the Premier League you have more of a chance trying to fight in that. But they can't pass you off the park. But what they can do is make decisions as well as you and be switched on. Like if you swapped places, Pep, I don't know, but I don't know if he'll thingy, man. I don't know if he'll be doing the same thing. It's never so. It's always they haven't taken points. He obviously is going to include Arteta in that and look after his brethren 100%, man. But you couldn't even let his brethren get 6 points off him. He let next man go and do that. So I don't know how deep the friendship lies. But if I was Arsenal, I would go and buy Jesus if it was that easy. Is that it? Fucking hell, yo. I thought there was going to be a big explanation as to why you're doing this thing, but fair enough. Bukayo Saka's thoughts on Arsenal future as Liverpool monitor one decade. Oh, no. Saka is very happy at Arsenal and has no thoughts of seeking a transfer amid interest from Liverpool. According to reports, Saka's fantastic form for Arsenal has caught the attention of several top European teams. He's made 29 appearances for Arsenal this season, 8 goals and 4 assists. It's light work, man. There's allegedly talks scheduled for the end of the season. Romano has now reported that a new deal is on the cards, but just not that yet. He's settled at Arsenal, is not planning on leaving anytime soon, and that is the stance behind the club's feeling that there's no need to rush the contract. Hey, man, just get it done. Just get it done. They're relaxed. I don't know why he can't be relaxed, but Arsenal are relaxed about the situation, are expected to offer him a new contract at the end of the season. Obviously, Liverpool, Salah's out. To be honest, the Salah contracting's gone quiet a bit. Like, what's going on there? G1, don't start your bullshit. I'm just asking you, please, mate. Arteta seems the type to try loan Ferran Torres. I don't mind that, because he was actually starting to score. I don't know what's going on with La Liga, but he's struggling to score goals there. So is La Liga better than England? Saying that, Adama Traore is suddenly finding goals. So I'm not too sure on that. I am really not too sure on that. In terms of other news, I know stuff about Torreira is going on. I just wanted to read. Well, he's done some reading thing, and it's kind of made up like he was never comfortable in England, really and truly. He struggled with the language. He's a shy character, all of these sort of things. Where is the Arsenal bit? And obviously, I sympathise for him losing his family members and whatnot. Apparently, my career so far has given me some exciting moments. When I went to China, and it happened more than once with the national team, many Arsenal fans were waiting for me outside the hotel for a photo. I knew which shirt I was wearing. The World Cup changed my life. In Uruguay, after the match against Portugal, the image of Torreira was, I don't know what that is, consecrated, that Lucas Torreira will always feel like a jar amidst the chaos. Where is it gone, man? I can't even, Yeah, here it is, people. He said, I have been lucky enough to meet many of them. This is just a segment. At Arsenal, the first year, I didn't speak English, but someone in the team spoke Italian. Socrates, Lichtsteiner, Aubameyang in the locker room. Ozil and Lacazette sat next to me. Madness. You can imagine me drinking, mate, and then them sitting next to me. Here we are in London. Remember when I told you about Frey Bentos meat? There, I didn't leave the house much. I had a person who would often bring me shopping. One day, I go to the supermarket and scrolling through the shelves, I see a label with the name of my city, made in Frey Bentos, just like me, a village of 25,000 inhabitants in London's corridors. It was thrilling. It was a job, but it's exciting. So beyond everything, that probably explains why he kind of struggled. What else is it? Yeah, that's it from Torreira, man. Bro, Terrell's my guy, but he just soft, man. I'm slightly hoping Salah skips. Same, but I just think they're gonna give him the bag, innit? Like, I don't know if Mane would leave, but I just think they're gonna, Diaz has come to the fore. They got a couple other players doing their thing. Jota's there as well. Obviously, Harvey Elliott. These guys are getting better. I think they'll spend the bag on Salah's deal, whether rightly or wrongly. Only hindsight will tell us, and then they'll just move on. Really. United's first team combined Instagram following. This is what United fans have on now. 120, not including Exactly, man. But the thing is, City are never gonna have that. Really, you're gonna have the attention to you. Man got Pogba and Ronaldo and all these things. They haven't got more marketable players than you. They've got whatever. I know I would trade all of that, but yeah, man. And this is what I mean about football being superficial now at these days, man. Torreira's. How does that feel weird? Torreira's comments, let's just call it that. And I think that's that, really. I mean, do we look at this Xhaka bullshit? We might as well, innit? Because we're here. Why not, man? The Diffo waiting for Diop to leave and Prob Ox. Trust, Ox is right. Apparently, Edu moves closer to Fabian Ruiz transfer as Mikel Arteta's dream target has been identified, people. I'm trying to scroll down to the sensibleness. In fact, this is bullshit. This isn't even. Well, now I've scrolled all the way down. Football.London understands Roma are set to reignite their interest in the Swiss midfielder Granit Xhaka this summer. Having protected his value by tying him down to an extension, Edu may be more inclined to accept Jose Mourinho's side's advances. As they seek to do this, reports have suggested Fabian Ruiz is a player they are scouting intensely, as we've said before. And apparently Arsenal, Tottenham, Bayern Munich are all fighting for Spence. So it's a different day, same toilet. I just got kicked out of my lesson. That's why I'm so active. Are you getting kicked out in college, man? What you lot doing? Did I get kicked out in college? Nah, because the teacher was blessed, man. You're moving mad. Behave yourself, man. Come on, man. Behave yourself in the class, man. Let teacher teach the thing, man. What teach? It pays to be smart. Don't be fooled by the man of the hour, man. Come on, man. Do your little college thing, learn your stuff, man. If I liked college, to be fair. I think college is better than secondary school. Easy, man. My teachers weren't on problems. The only problems I had is my brethren just getting into stuff, people coming outside the college to war dons and all these sort of things. But in class, it was cool, really. Teacher don't really tell you, it's like his mum, really, and then you lot to focus, man. So on that, I'm gonna cat out, people. It's been a fantastic, Twitch stream. I'm gonna be on Rance's stream whenever that is. I think that's scheduled for 1. I'm gonna be on Curtis Shaw TV at 2:30. That's on YouTube. I don't know if there's anything to speak about. I guess there's enough time for me to pattern an 11:30 YouTube stream, but probably if something, I'll circle back in the afternoon. Make sure you're checking your Twitch schedules because there's hella watch-alongs, hella content, FM, collaborative pieces, watch-alongs, all these things. If you don't check your schedules and set your reminders, you're doing yourself a disjustice. All right, come on, man. I appreciate that, man. Tell the teacher just look my thing, man. Is it Gally or... Bro, the tube strike, right? You have to get trained to get on. What school do you go? Man, I have to take train to go to school. Some bougie school. That's private school, isn't it? Man, I'm taking train to go to school, and that crazy, boy. It was a simple 34, 102, 329 to my school, or W8 and that from Emmett and Green. They are, or you could walk, or the W3. I used to take the W3, but obviously the way back. Cutting through with Green, it gets a bit political and that. But yeah, man, 15 minutes, I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like there's anything else related to really discuss. So if anything, I'll go live again in the afternoon and whatnot. But for now, people stay safe, move that much closer to your goals, hopes, dreams, and ambitions. I hope everyone stays healthy. Peace.
You always use that active when defending. I think it's like easy.